All right, a Texas-sized blob rams his four-wheeler into a Tesla because he's angry. And I have two more Tesla vandalism stories to show you after that. Let's check it out.
Now at 6, caught on camera. Take a look at this. A man behind bars tonight after police say he rode an ATV to ram Teslas in Texarkana. Thanks for joining us for the news at 6 this Wednesday night, everyone. I'm Jonathan.
Look at her face. She's like this fat ass right here.
McCall.
And I'm Johnette Magner. Police have arrested DeMarkian Cox and charged him with felony criminal mischief and failure to identify. KHBS 3's Julie Pars in Texarkana, Texas, with more on the man targeting Teslas.
The first report of vandalism came into police from the Golden Palace restaurant parking lot on Summerhill Road. Surveillance footage from the car itself captured the suspect intentionally ramming his mini four-wheeler into the Tesla vehicle at full speed. The vehicle owner, Verita Karstafen, says she was inside the restaurant having lunch with her son when her phone alerted her of the damage. She's expecting to spend more than $1,000 to replace the front door. Karstafen said she did not know the suspect. Later in the day, an officer spotted Cox riding the mini four-wheeler near Summerhill and New Boston roads and recognized him as the suspect from the earlier video.
They approached him. He gave a fake name, which they were able to fairly quickly determine who he actually was. Based upon what they'd seen in the video, they knew for a fact at that point that he was the one that had hit at least the initial Tesla.
Police believe that Cox also damaged a Tesla parked at the Lowe's on Walton Drive and another Tesla at the Genesis Prime Care on College Drive. Authorities say that
We know dang well he's not actually shopping in the Lowe's because he's not doing any work around the house. And why is he at a care place? We know his fat ass isn't getting any kind of care.
he used a sharp object to carve the name Elon into both of those vehicles. Reporting in Texarkana, Texas.
I just figured it out. I know why he's upset. He's not really mad at Elon. He's more mad at RFK Jr. for trying to make America healthy again. So I think we've solved the issue right here. So if the police want to contact me in Texarkana, I think we could come to a conclusion on this of why this man is angry. So we will move away from this blob and we'll go to some more Tesla vandals here in the state of Texas. This one happened at DFW Airport.
Again, with a new twist in a case of that Tesla that was keyed at a DFW airport parking garage. The owner has now filed a lawsuit against the man he believes is responsible, and he's asking for $1 million in damages.
And by now, you've surely seen the video. Our Robbie Owens today sitting down with his Dallas-based attorney to ask what's really running up the tab.
Tesla vehicles are indeed pricey, but they're not selling for $1 million. So yes, the owner of that keyed Model X wants his vehicle repaired, but he admits to also wanting to send a message with that lawsuit, one that he hopes will deter other acts of violence.
This matter has nothing to do with his political persuasions or affiliations. He happens to believe that Tesla, his Model X, is one of the best cars he's ever owned, and he enjoys driving it.
Damn, what kind of cars has he owned if that's one of the best?
Plain and simple.
Majed Najawadi represents the Tesla owner. He's identified in the lawsuit with his initials only, he says, due to threats. On March 16th, the Tesla owner returned to DFW Airport to find that his Model X had been keyed. A deep scratch now ran down the entire side panel. But someone is always watching, and in this case, it was the car. Tesla's onboard security cameras captured a man with a key fob in his hand, appearing to vandalize the vehicle. The Tesla owner shared the video on social media, hoping to identify the man. It has since gone viral. Over the weekend, DFW Airport.
What is wrong with these people? This guy's looking right at the camera. Either you don't know it's there and you're just dumb, or you know it's there and you just don't care that you will go viral and get caught. Look, these people are sick in the head. I mean, that's plain and simple. Why are you vandalizing other people's property? You don't even know what their political affiliations are. You don't even know who or what they belong to. You don't know what they could be a leftist lunatic as well, and you're just damaging their car. You shouldn't do that, period.
Port police arrested Rafael Hernandez and charged him with criminal mischief in the case. Tesla vehicles have been vandalized across the country as public outrage grows over the role that Tesla CEO Elon Musk has taken on in the Trump administration with his Department of Government Efficiency.
It's a fine line between civility and anarchy. If we were to allow people to act out based on what they believe their political affiliations are and what upsets them and who they are upset with, and allow them to take things into their own hands and become essentially a vigilante, well then where does that leave us as a country?
So will the controversy surrounding the company's CEO make these pricey cars less appealing? Are other owners being harassed? Let's talk about it ahead at 5. In Dallas, Robbie.
That's crazy. That attorney, that attorney is spot on. We can't allow these types of things to happen in our country and people to act as vigilantes against certain figures and certain companies because they're angry at what they're doing. I mean, for one, why are they mad at somebody, like Elon getting rid of government waste? How is that even controversial? It's going to help everybody. But anyway, I like the message that's sending. $1 million. I want $1 million from this guy because I want to send a message. Look, hopefully he gets it from this nut job and he'll learn a lesson. Who knows if the guy even has $1 million? But yeah, I like the idea that he's wanting to, at least he says that his intention is to send a strong message. And so, yeah, but we'll leave that right there. Here's one more down in Houston. Houston always gives content. Houston's out of control. So you guys keep giving me stuff to give to the people. So here's one in Houston. This guy says he did not do this for political reasons, but out of road rage. Who knows? Let's check it out anyway.
We begin the hour with an update on a story you'll see only on 2. We aired this video of a man vandalizing a woman's Tesla in a Whole Foods parking lot over the weekend. Houston police advised anyone who recognized the man to call its property crimes unit. Well, the man in that video called us and identified himself. KPRC2 reporter Joy Addison spoke with him. Joy, what a story.
Zach, that's right. Well, the vandalism happened in a Whole Foods parking lot in the Tanglewood area. The man in that video identified himself as Nicholas Carrion. He says though the incident happened during the height of Tesla attacks nationwide, causing an FBI investigation into domestic terrorism, this wasn't his intention. He says it was road rage, and he has this message for the driver.
When I watched the video, I noticed that a man was walking alongside what I first thought was just touching my car all the way from the back to the front. And then when I got out of my car to look, I then noticed a long scratch along that whole side of my car, including the door handle.
Happened just over a month ago on February 13th. The woman whose car was keyed opted to hide her identity after looking at her car's security video system and noticing that the man who did the damage followed her from the interstate. That man, Nicholas Carrion, says he was cut off by the driver while he was also on his way to that same Whole Foods at the time. He says he went inside, did his shopping, but could not let go of his anger. He now faces a criminal mischief and felony charge due to the amount of damage he caused. He says he was not aware of the FBI's investigation of finding reports of arson, gunfire, and vandalism.
I don't believe this guy.
Teslas linked to political grievances.
I felt anger because the woman cut me off. Please know that I did not mean to cause you that much fear.
The woman that we spoke with says she was not aware of any road rage incident. She says if she was, she would not have left her car alone in the parking lot. Reporting in the news.
I think he is. This guy, apparently 34 years old, looks like he's about 55, 56. That's what hate does to your heart. It ages you. So I don't believe this guy for 1 second. What just happened to be going to Whole Foods. I mean, him too. It looks like he was going to McDonald's, if anything, not Whole Foods. But uh, I think he just found an excuse to go to Whole Foods. He was following this woman because of Tesla. I could be wrong. And she's not aware of any road rage incident. Look, sometimes you may cut somebody off and don't know, but maybe he's a lunatic. He's just angry, saw a Tesla, followed it. Oh, okay, we're going to the same spot, and then keyed it. That's what could have happened. Maybe he's telling the truth, maybe not. I don't know. I just have what I have right here on this video, so you can make your own assumption on that. But at the height of all this nonsense, this guy apparently wasn't aware of all this going on. That's up to you if you want to believe or not. But either way, he did what he did, and he should be punished for it. So I will leave that right there. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Take care.